What is the B-21? The B-21 Raider is a new high-tech stealth bomber being designed to replace the Air Force's aging bomber force. Designed to be long-range, extremely survivable, and capable of carrying a combination of conventional and nuclear ordnance, the B-21 will join the nuclear triad as a visible and flexible nuclear deterrent, supporting national security objectives and guaranteeing our nation's friends and partners. Why is the B-21 called Raider? At the 2016 Air Force Association's Air, Space, and Cyber Conference, that Secretary of the Air Force, Deborah Lee James, revealed the B-21 will be christened Raider with Lieutenant Colonel Dick Cole, the only surviving airman from the legendary Doolittle raid. According to the Air Force, the Doolittle Raiders are recognized for their surprise strike against Japan during World War II on April 18, 1942, which prompted the Japanese to return combat units for home defense and bolstered morale among Americans and U.S. allies overseas. James and Air Force Chief of Staff Gen. David Goldfein picked the name from more than 2,000 naming submissions. What function will the airplane play? As adversaries continue to invest in and develop advanced weapons, the B-21 Raider will provide the United States with a strategic asset capable of penetrating enemy air defenses and reaching targets anywhere in the world, something approximately 90% of the nation's current bomber fleet is incapable of doing. Why does America need a new stealth bomber? Currently, just 10% of our nation's bomber fleet is capable of breaching powerful opponent air defenses, as our opponents have kept investing extensively in advanced technologies and weapon systems that leave them free to behave maliciously or extend their reach. A new bomber is crucial to deterring prospective adversaries, reassuring friends, and keeping our nation secure. In a War College podcast, battle strategist and retired Air Fleet Lieutenant Gen. David Deptula stated, "The B-21 will give the type of payload, range, and penetrability that our existing force of B-1s, B-52s, and, to a lesser degree, B-2s cannot accomplish." How many B-21s will be made? The U.S. Air Force has declared ambitions to buy at least 100 aircraft. Some defense specialists feel that the Air Force should aim to buy at least 200 B-21s. Which bases will host the B-21 and when? The U.S. Air Force named Ellsworth Air Force Base, AFB, South Dakota, Dyess AFB, Texas, and Whiteman AFB, Missouri as prospective hosts for the B-21 Raider. Ellsworth AFB has been designated as the preferred basing location for the first B-21 primary operating base and official training unit, and Dyess AFB as the alternate. A final decision is expected in 2021 following compliance with the National Environmental Policy Act and other regulatory and planning processes. The Air Force has picked Tinker AFB of Oklahoma to manage maintenance and sustainment of the B-21 Raider, and Edwards AFB, California, to conduct testing and evaluation of the aircraft. The Air Force has announced it expects initial aircraft delivery in mid-2020s. Will the initiative produce jobs? While we cannot speak to exact job estimates owing to the categorization of the program, it will surely sustain thousands of direct and indirect jobs across the country. When will the B-21 go into production? When will it be fielded? Due to the program's secret nature, the U.S. Air Force has not publicly released a manufacturing timetable. The Air Force has reported that the initial test aircraft is presently in production at Northrop Grumman's manufacturing plant in Palmdale, Calif. The Air Force has announced it expects initial aircraft delivery in mid-2020s. What experience does Northrop Grumman have that makes them the greatest contender to develop the B-21? Northrop Grumman is the global leader in stealth technology and is the only firm to ever create, produce, support, and modify a stealthy, long-range strike aircraft, the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. The business also develops and installs the critical all-aspect stealth components for next-generation aircraft, such as the F-35, and we are also behind some of the nation's most sophisticated unmanned systems, including the X-47B and Global Hawk. What does winning the B-21 program mean for Northrop Grumman? The B-21 is a key asset to sustain our nation's security, and we are delighted to continue our almost four-decade cooperation with the U.S. Air Force developing, producing, and servicing sophisticated long-range bombers. We are totally dedicated to completing this program properly and efficiently, on time and on budget. As the only business to have designed, constructed, delivered, and sustained a stealth bomber, we are pleased to build the next one.